The journey of going through cancer is never boring. It is scary as well due to the fear generated in people around this condition. I have survived for 24 years, and after 24 years, I realized the fear of cancer exceeds the cancer we fear itself. I was diagnosed in 1996. It looks like a different era now. Oh my god, it's been such a long time. Initially, I found a tiny lump in my breast when I was breastfeeding my daughter, which looked very harmless. It was just in the size of a pea. Then, during self examination, during my bath, I realized it was something different and I underwent biopsy. And when I underwent biopsy, the result came out as I'm having third stage breast cancer. Once diagnosed, I did not waste much time before going under the knife for the treatment. I had a discussion with my doctor. I decided upon a doctor also very quickly, and I went for a total radical mastectomy, which was followed by chemotherapy. Like anything, a challenge or a game we play, we have an opponent, and here in this case, when we are diagnosed with cancer, the opponent becomes cancer. Either when we are in a battle or when we are in a game or whatever you decide, it is when something is going on between two opponents. Either we decide to win or the opponent wins automatically. It doesn't even have to decide if we give up, right? It is the same with cancer. If you're not determined to win, it confirms the win or victory of the cancer. Nothing in our life is totally in our hand. Just because I decide I want to win over cancer, it doesn't mean I will win over cancer. But at least I have given it a good fight. And I would go down fighting tooth and nail. That would make me feel better than just giving up and lying down on a bed and uh, losing my battle to cancer. When I was first diagnosed, my first thought was how to fight and win over cancer. I don't know whether many people would believe it or not. The first thought which came was not like whether cancer would kill me or whether I'm going to die now that I'm diagnosed with cancer. But the first thought was like, what should I do to survive this? More than anything, I was concerned about my two children who had just aged. One my daughter was only 11 months old and my son was just about 4. My parents were old and they had just lost my sister to cancer. And somewhere I didn't have heart to hurt them again. That took my focus to life and survival rather than focusing on cancer and what it will do to me and how strong it is or who is my opponent or anything like that. I was never thinking about that, but I was always thinking about how I'm going to survive this, and I wanted to be there for my parents, my family, my brother, sister, and my children very badly. So, somewhere I never wanted to surrender to cancer. Like anyone else, I also felt it was unfair. I have to go through breast cancer at the age of 29 when I was actually breastfeeding my baby. I was just 11 months old. My family was facing the crisis of cancer once again after two earlier diagnoses. My father had been diagnosed, and my sister was on the last stages of cancer. And again, it was happening to me. I felt it was not fair, and it shouldn't have happened. But then, life is not fair for anyone, right? That makes it fair. It's fair enough. I wouldn't say there is one person in this world who we can say life has been very fair to, in a positive way or a negative way. Where am I in my journey with cancer? I don't think I'm walking with cancer anymore. After this long period of time, my journey with cancer is over. I have left it far behind somewhere. I don't see it every day in my life. And I think I'm walking as a winner. I'm walking with my win over cancer or carrying the trophy of victory over cancer or something. My spare time, I usually read. I don't know. I have never been able to give up on reading, even though so many new things have been introduced to me. Not a TV person, or I don't like watching movies. I like reading about movies. And I am a very ardent gamer. I love to play games. I play different kind of games, either on my mobile or laptop. I talk to some special people who give me some insights into life. They're not any religious gurus or some very hype person. They are just my close friends. I talk to them, I talk to my family, and I enjoy time with children. My children are grown up, but they're still children to me. I enjoy my time with them, and I enjoy time with any other children as well. Uh, as an advice for somebody who's been newly diagnosed with cancer, I would say you can if you believe you can. And cancer can win if you believe cancer can win. It is not just sex or something like that, but most of the things in our life are directly between our eyes. Whatever we believe, whatever is there in our mind, it actually manifests sometimes. That is what I feel. If I believe I'm going to survive, it increases at least my chances of survival. It doesn't mean I don't have to undergo treatment or do anything and I just think about it and it happens. No, no, not like that. I have to undergo treatment, I have to do all the right things, but then I have to have that belief as well that the doctor is going to actually succeed in treating me. Uh, about diet and exercises and all, okay, that's a little embarrassing thing to tell. I was on a very strict diet and I used to work out a lot and I used to be very health. What should I say? Yeah, I would be kind of a very hyped about my health and my fitness and things like before I got cancer. But after all the drama, everything, I was diagnosed and I was thinking, what all did I miss out by being so conscious about my diet and everything? So I started enjoying my food. Yeah, I did gain a lot of weight after that. But then, yeah, I have been healthy and happy also. Yes, chemotherapy actually makes us lose our weight. It's a kind of a thing which happens, and yeah, I lost my hair. And about managing, how did I manage the hair loss? We don't have to manage the hair loss. It's only the lot of hairs we have to manage by doing something about it. When you lose your hair, you're bald, and it manages itself. Yeah, it's a very simple thing. But it was scaring my children. Somewhere they were not used to seeing their mom bald, and I think because people don't see bald people very often, so it scared my children. So I started wearing a simple wig to make them feel more comfortable. Yeah, my victory, what made me fight so hard was I had to lose. Yeah, even if it is a game, it's an argument, or it's a debate, or whatever it is, I had to lose something, lose to someone, and especially not to somebody like cancer. If it was somebody, yeah, something like a good cause, yeah, okay, but cancer was not worthy of losing to, so I decided, okay, I want to win it. I loved my children very much, and they were too young to be left alone without a mother. So I wanted to be there for them at least till they would be able to survive without me. And I loved my family as well, and I know losing a loved one at an age of 29 was not very easy for them to handle as well. So that was another thing which actually encouraged me to fight. And more than that, I had a trust on myself. I had some kind of a respect for myself as well. And I always believed I have not done anything good enough to leave behind, or to be worthy of being born and living for such a long time. So I always felt I have to achieve something and leave this world I have lived in a better place before I die. So that also helped a lot to fight out and win over cancer. So that's my journey, and I wish everyone who's having a battle over there, wish you all the best. Victory to you as well. Thank you.